Alrighty guys, welcome back to XPointsMTG, and I did promise you a top 16 match with Tim, or shall I say him, Kincaid's deck. He is playing in the top 16 versus Thomas Asselink, and Tim is actually with me right now actually. Do you want to introduce yourself, Tim?
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. How's it going, Terry?
Yeah,
Thanks for
not too
having me.
bad mate. I just thought it'd be nice to get you on the channel and then maybe get your input on your deck and then maybe your opponent's deck, and then we can maybe pause the match at certain intervals.
Yeah, sounds fun.
All right, so I just want to highlight the rules. It's the Atlantic 93-94 rule set. You're allowed a maximum of 10 points, same art, same frame, all languages, collector's edition, international edition. However, you're not allowed any proxies. Obviously, the restricted list is in effect, and these are the points that are on the screen. Some noticeable cards have been increased from 5 to 6 points, and that is Ancestral Recall. All right, let's just look at Tim's deck, and Tim, if you can guide us through, that'd be much appreciated.
Okay, yeah. So I think this was the playoffs, the first round. So this would have been top 16. I believe I went 5-1 in the normal rounds with this list. Yeah, I mean, it's just the black disruption. It's mostly black. I have very little red splash. Here's like, hymns, sinkholes. Only two sinkholes main deck. The meta was a little weirder then. There wasn't like a ton of like control, Maze of Ith, Wrath decks. Wrath was still pointed at this time, so only two sinkholes main, a couple more on the board. I've got the hymns, the hippies. I've got some weird things like books main deck, and I don't really know if that was really correct or not, but sometimes they just beat other decks with books or mid-range type of decks when you get the active book and they don't.
Hmm.
Anyhow, I had Terror's main deck. They were actually really good, except for some of these control decks. I don't remember if I faced much mono black. I played like the mirror sometimes with this deck, so the Terrors were actually pretty good. I actually liked Will o' the Wisp. It was like my spice card, my fun card. And my goal was to try to bring in like Simulacrum from the sideboard and stop Burn from killing me. Simulacrum redirecting the damage to Will o' the Wisp, and regeneration. Generation was pretty good. It gave me 6 regenerators with Sedge Trolls and the disc, which was pretty fun. So yeah, it's just a bunch of removal, bolts, falling stars, drain lives, terrors, and then all the disruption with hymns, sinkhole, and hippies. So
Yeah, I think as well with the books, like because you're playing free disc, you sort of even. I know you said you weren't too sure about the books, but you're kind of drawing out that artifact removal on the potential books rather than blowing up your disc. So, they might use a couple of bit of artifact removal on the books, and then you play the disc and kind of baiting them out using that, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I don't know, like playing 5 artifacts, most decks only play about 3 or 4 artifact removals. So, you might be able to get a book to stick or a disc to stick because they've used so much on the other, if that makes sense.
that's a fair point, Terry. Actually, yeah, I can kind of overload their disenchant or artifact removal targets because, like you
Yeah.
said, I do 5 targets and a mox. So yeah.
Yeah, cool. Cool. Okay, we'll have a look at Thomas's deck now then, and maybe you can talk us through the matchup and what the strengths were and maybe the potential weaknesses. All right, so this is Thomas Asselink's deck. If you want to just talk us through it then, mate.
Yeah, it's kind of a traditional Erhnam Geddon, green white. He doesn't splash any other colors like blue, or which sometimes we see people in X points or old school doing that. But yeah, he's a very good player. He he had the ice storms in addition to the Geddons. And one thing to note going into this match, I only have like 2 red sources aside from like my Cities of Brass and my Badlands. So I mean, I do have a few cities, 4 Badlands, that's 7, and then I have like a Hammerheim and 1 mountain, meaning I only have 9 red sources in the deck to try to splash in that red. So one thing people may not know about these black lists that splash red for Sedge Troll, or some splash white, like Dead Guy Ale type list, but when they're not mono black and they're splashing another color, like I am, I'm black red. You need a lot of black mana, for your drain life or your hymns and your hippies. You need the sinkhole. You need the double black. You got to have 2 black in your opening hand. And splashing another color can be tricky. And so when you run into something like land destruction, like Ice Storm and Geddon here with Thomas's deck, I actually had a very easily disruptible mana base. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I can kind of, yeah, I see what you mean, because I was playing against a mono green deck the other day and they had ice storms, and obviously I was playing control, and it's very hard, like, to, and also a strip mine as well. Like, I think he was able to like ice storm me and strip mine me in one turn, and I was like, then it put me back 2 turns by casting my Wrath of God, so it kind of messed me up quite a lot, actually. I can see where you're coming from, especially when
Yeah,
you're.
the mana base is a little bit fragile on the black decks that splash other colors, like my Sedge Troll deck, splashing red. And in fact, I would usually bring in the sinkholes in the mirror match, and that was one of the best matchups I found. Ooh, these sinkholes are great. Not only like Maze of Ith decks or Mystery Factory decks or things like that, but just um, yeah, type mirror type matchup. The sinkhole was very good because my mana base is a little bit easily disruptible.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, and so I think Thomas, he might have an edge with the LD against me, but I'm leaning when I look at his list here, and of course I didn't know what he was playing going into the match, but looking at it now, I would say I would be leaning heavily into the Terrors. The Terrors are going to be solid gold here with the Ernams, the Sarahs. I've even got a couple of Deserts main deck, which will help me to kill Sarah with like a bolt or kill Pixies or Elves. I don't see Pendlehaven. So desert looks pretty good here too. But then again, that's just another ice storm. If he wants to ice storm the desert, like I'm fine with that, right? Because he's
Yeah,
not taking me out red or double black. So
you definitely want to get that Sedge Troll on the battlefield, don't you? It's interesting with the main board Spirit Link as well.
yeah, the main deck Spirit Link. I think that's mostly to help give him the life advantage against the burn decks. I'm not really much of a burn deck, although I do have some drain life, some bolts to finish him off. So if he could gain some life with the link, that would be good. But terror, with terror, the link is not going to be great because any creature he can put the link on is terrible. Or, it's terrible. Get it? It's terrible. But
Yeah,
anyway,
that's funny. I love
Freudian slip.
the Liana Orel signed Liana Orels. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, really sweet deck here. Some lovely black bordered cards. Yeah, really. I mean, it's a solid. I do like green white actually. I think it's a good color combination in this format.
Yeah, and another thing, Terry, when I look at his deck, when I look at Thomas's deck here, I see Sylvan Library, which is pretty good against the him and the hippie, right? Because he can play off the top of his deck. I see tons of tons of mana acceleration in the form of birds, elves, and even artifact mana like the 2 Moxen and the Soul Ring. And when I see that, I'm thinking Sinkhole doesn't look great in this matchup. The bolts could be good, but Sinkhole seems like it's already just terrible in this matchup. Like I said, the discard may not be amazing. He also has 4 swords and 4 disenchant, which the swords are great against the trolls and the hippies, and the disenchants are great against my discs. So I feel like, this could be an uphill battle. He's also got a copper red in the board and some anti-black cards with Whirling Dervish. So he's got like some anti-black red stuff going on.
Yeah, 4 Whirling Dervish. Blimey, that
4 Whirling Dervish, Void Fates, even 3 Divine Offerings. So I would be very hard pressed to probably get a disc off in this matchup, and it doesn't look favorable for me, is what I would say going into this.
Yeah, definitely. All right, mate. Let's get straight into the match then. Or what I might do is pause it at certain intervals. I'll commentate on it, but we'll pause it at certain intervals, and maybe you can give me your input. All right.
Sure.
Cool. Excellent. Right. Let's get straight into it. All right. Let's see if we can. Right, it looks like you're having a. There you go. Just left the table, Tim, and you've just come back. Okay, so let's see if you could both keep a hand of 7. That'd be nice if you can. So it looks like Thomas can't. That's pretty unfortunate. And looks like you can't either. So let's just fast forward. That's unfortunate, Tim.
I think that was my only land there. The only mana was the strip mine.
Here we are again. Hopefully you can keep. It looks like you can. And looks like Thomas can as well. How did you feel about mulliganing here, Tim?
I mean, I had no idea what he was actually playing. It's not open deck lists, and I don't like discuss with anyone about what other people are playing. I guess I could look on like previous months
Mm.
and see like what somebody ran in the past. But I think Thomas mixes up what he plays quite a bit anyhow each month. So
Yeah.
mulliganing, it looks like I was on the draw. I'm probably okay with a mulligan on the draw. Like, I don't feel too bad about that one card down.
He's got a bit of mana ramp here with the Liana or Elves, though, isn't he? So you're able to play a... Oh, God. Okay, nice.
Yeah, that's a really good start for him on the play. Like the best start he could probably have.
Yeah, turn 2 Ice Storm's very good, and now you're playing your City of Brass, which means you're going to be taking damage.
Yeah.
So in this position, like he's already got 4 lands, 4 mana. Sorry, you've got 1. Wow, and Erhnam. Holy shit, Tim.
Yeah, so I need a terror right here. I think that's like the key card in this matchup.
And how many are you playing in the main again?
3 terrors.
Okay, so you got him to Torak though. That's going to take
got to him, but it's a little bit late with his basically effectively had a turn 2 Erhnam with his Ice Storm. I had 1 land in play and he drops the Erhnam, so I'm in trouble. What did I hit there? Swords and
a Chaos Orb bollocks of it. You're taking 5 damage here though, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm glad he didn't orb another land this turn.
Jesus, that would have been bad. You need to get something on the battlefield to block the Liana or Elves at least, but you're still going to be taking 4 potentially from the Erhnam.
Yeah.
All right,
Side Control's not bad cards. I've got a troll. That's a good blocker.
Yeah, that's really good actually. You will be taking a hit here, I reckon, from the Erhnam.
So it's pretty good that I hit a swords with the him to open the way for this troll.
So you're going to crash down to 9, but at least he didn't attack with the Liana or Elves. Holy shit, he's got another Erhnam.
Now that was a savage rip.
Oh, God. Oh, mate, this isn't looking good already. This is... Oh, no. Okay. So you got 9 worth of power on that side. Said you can block 1 and regenerate.
I want to say, I think I was holding another him in my hand, and I'm like, wow, these M's are just no good here. He's already played out everything, you know?
Jesus, I've never seen such a quick start in my life. That Ice Storm on turn 2 was backbreaking, to be fair.
Yeah, the tempo play. And really the dice roll. Imagine if I had gone first this game versus him. There's a chance I could have hit the Erhnam before it came down.
Another Sedge here as well. So, yeah, if you had the extra lands and played that out earlier, you could have like double blocked an Erhnam here and regenerated, which is a massive difference.
So I'm thinking, like, I'm tapped out. I can't regen, but I know if I double block that I can still kill one and take the other. I would have had to take 4 from the second Erhnam anyhow, even if I just had 1 troll out to regen.
And then there is an argument to attack with the Liana or Elves as well. Yeah, he has as well. Look.
Good play. Yeah, good play by him. So he's going to hit me for 5. I'm already at 3. The City of Brass has done several damage. Not great.
My God. And the Pixies well looks
And I was just about to stabilize, actually. I've like trolled to nothing, but he drew like 3 creatures in a row. And now, with the Pixie and the Elf, he has just enough to kill me, even if I block with the troll.
Order's not bad, though. I suppose you can give First Strike or something, but...
Yeah, that Ice Storm was just so good.
Jesus. Right, so you are kind of stabilizing here a little bit, but you're on such a low life total.
I'm trying, but like I said, he drew like 3 creatures in a row once he was out of cards. He's just like, oh look, Erhnam, Pixies. Like, you know.
Well, at least he can't swords the order. At least, flip it out.
That's true. Yeah, swords. I'm just dead here anyway. He takes the troll.
Oh, he's crashing in here, isn't he?
Yeah, he got a really good hand in this game. I'll say that, really good for on the play, especially.
So Pixies I presume you block the Pixies with the order, block the Erhnam, regenerate, and take 1 damage from the Liana Rouse. Is that how you?
Yeah, I believe that would leave me at 1. Because of the City of Brass.
Yeah.
But
oh God.
I have to try to kill some of his creatures. You know, that city did 4 damage, but this deck, it really can't run without City of Brass and the mana. You can't hardly just, get double black and play mountains and stuff. So you have to play cities.
Interesting in that you didn't have to tap the City of Brass. I thought you would have blocked the Erhnam and then tap the City of Brass to regenerate it.
Oh, I guess rather than take a damage, I just chumped the Erhnam there with the order, and and block
Ah, yeah,
his
yeah.
pixie with the control because it had the same effect.
Ah, okay, okay. And now you can actually tap the City of Brass, get rid of the Erhnam with the Chaos Orb, but then block the Liana Royals with the Sedgetroll.
Yeah, but the minute I played that orb, I realized, you know what? The one card he drew was probably the disenchant because it was like his draw was masterful this game. It's just too good. I know he has it. That's what I'm thinking. Yep, and he drew
Oh,
it.
what the hell, mate? Oh my
I had a
god.
feeling. I had a suspicious feeling when I announced Chaos Orb that he drew the disenchant.
What the hell? Oh my. I've never seen someone rip 4 cards like that in my entire life.
I could have stabilized right there if he
Oh,
didn't have that.
mate, that was ridiculous. All right, let's go to the sideboard, and that was crazy. I've never seen
Yeah,
anything like that before. Oh god.
it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah. All right. Tim, talk, navigate us through your sideboard and what you think you brought in and what you took out.
Okay, so I saw like green white. I don't think I was leaning into Blood Moon at all here. I'm like, he's got elves. He probably has birds. I'm thinking Erhnam Geddon, actually.
Mm.
And I want to say the wording command definitely came in here because when I see decks with swords or things of that nature, yeah, mainly swords, the plowshare, I like to bring in word of command. And I like to play the word of command on my opponent before I even play the sedge troll or the hippie. I'll lead with the word, see if they have the swords. I'll swords his own bird, elf, or pixie, or just whatever creature he's got, and try to pave the way for my sedge troll or hippie after I get the swords out. So word of command in. I want to say I take out the sinkholes, but wow, definitely the fourth terror comes in from the board.
It's really disappointing you didn't see at least one of those in that first game. To be fair.
Yeah, so I'd probably just drop the 2 sinkholes for the terror, the word of command. I am not sure if I would have brought in Earthquake. I did see Pixie and Llanowar Elf. So there's a chance I may have brought in a couple of Quakes, but I'm trying to think what would I've taken out. If I was smart, I would have boarded out a couple of Drain Lives, hindsight, probably for Earthquakes.
Yeah,
Just
I
because,
think Earthquake's
yeah,
really
Drain
good
Life,
actually.
yeah, yeah, Drain Life's not great against Ice Storm and Armageddon. So.
Yeah, I mean, even if you can 2-for-1 with the Earthquake and get rid of the Pixies and Liliana War Elves, it's pretty good.
I mean, even I guess at 3 mana, a Drain Life for 1 on a Pixie or an Elf is not terrible. I may have taken the books here and thought he's a pretty aggressive. He's got fast mana.
And
I
he
may
got
have taken books for
access to
Quake.
Disenchant, so... And I suppose you could also think from sideboarding as well. He's got the Divine Offerings there potentially as well.
Yeah, I didn't know what he had in his board, and I'm not really. I probably should be considering like what is my opponent going to sideboard against me, but not so much at that point in my thinking. Just which cards are not great against him, and which cards would be good against him.
Yeah.
Maybe I had that train of thought. It's been a while.
I think Blood Moon's not great here, is it? He's got so many basics.
Yeah, no Blood Moon, and I don't really like the sinkhole. I'm thinking like books, and probably the sinkholes would come out. Everything else looks pretty good. Maybe not Drain Life, but like I said, the word of command, the terror, and probably the 2 Quakes. At least those 4, I would think.
Yeah. Okay. Let's look at Thomas's deck and so we'll discuss what you think he's going to bring in against you. All right. So Thomas's sideboard, Dan. Do you want to just talk through it, mate? And what you think he's going to bring in?
Yeah. Let's see. He might think I'm going to go for terrors and bring a Void Fate, but if he brought a Void Fate, he's probably going to take out like Spirit Link, maybe a distant. I don't know if he knows I'm on Disco. He might think I'm on. He saw Troll Red Black. He might think I'm on Disc. If I were him, I would at least do a Spirit Link for 1 of Void Fate just to try to stop terrors. The Dervishes are pretty good. In fact, they're almost better than Pixies in this matchup. They're not great against Sedge Trolls, but if he knows I'm playing for removal, black cards like Terror or Drain Life, I can't really kill it aside from a Bolt.
I mean, the only red creature you've got is Sedge, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't really block it with Will-o'-the-Wisp or with the hippies or the Pump Knight. You did see Pump Knight.
Yeah, so he potentially like 10 creatures of yours, he could potentially just walk right through. because of the protection.
Yeah,
he's
he could
got.
do something like bring in a. He knows I'm kind of an aggro mid range. He might just pull a Sylvan and put in a Copperhead and think, I'm not going to pay a ton of life from Sylvan. I'll go down to 2, play a Copperhead, something like that.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah,
but
he's a
yeah,
tricky
maybe
one.
Dervish over Pixie, Copperhead in, and at least one Avoid Fate for
Yeah,
my spot removal. He might even bring 2. That's what I would think.
potentially 6 or 7 cards here and there where you can bring in.
Yeah, yeah. He hadn't seen the disc yet, so he may not bring in. I mean, he already has 4 Disenchant and a Crumble.
Mm.
That's like 5 artifact removal. He might actually just board out some of that artifact removal for like,
Yeah, maybe like 2 disenchanting and a crumble, and just keep 2 disenchanting in, and
Yeah,
then just bring
yeah.
in
He
like
might have done
Whirling
something
Dervish
like that.
and some other stuff.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get to game number 2 then, and we'll just talk for it. All right, let's get straight into game number 2. All right, so here we are.
We both got red sleeves. Pretty cool.
So yeah, let's see if we can. Hopefully, we can both keep, because you did mulligan to 6, both of you, which is unfortunate. I know you were on the draw though, which is a bit better, but
Yeah, I'm sure that I would have taken the play here.
yeah, definitely. You're especially him casting the Ice Storm on turn 2.
Yeah.
So, all right, 7 cards each. You like his play, Matt? I like yours as well. The Dark Ritual.
Yeah, he's got a cool little Mox thing going on. I've not seen that one before much.
No, I haven't either. I haven't seen that at all. Oh, Thomas has mulligan. So we're just going to fast forward.
Yep.
Nope.
Yeah, he keeps. Bottom's 1.
Yeah, so 6 card hand. That's not too bad. And he's on the draw anyway, isn't he? So. All right. So Badlands and Pass. You don't tend to cast much on turn 1 anyway, do you, mate? You only got the Will of the Wisp.
No, I could play Will o' the Wisp against a deck that doesn't have bolts.
Mm.
I like to leave the regen mana when I play it, but against him, I could run it out against a deck with swords for the only removal. So I probably don't have a Willow.
And you bolt the bird there, which is a common saying that people tend to use. Bolt the bird. So a little bit slower this time round for you, isn't it? In terms of him, anyway.
Yeah, but it's not great. I didn't have a him. So I wonder, maybe I have a handful of like terrors and bolts, like removal,
Hippie's pretty good.
Hippie, yeah.
No Swords to Plowshares there. You would have fired it off at your instead.
Yeah, and I didn't have a Word of Command. I wouldn't have bolt the bird if I had Word of Command. I would have just cast the word and tried to get him with the swords or something.
Wow.
He's got the Ice Storm.
That's bloody Ice Storms. Alright. Well, it looks like you're taking a card from him anyway.
That's good.
Alright. Let's see what you hit. Roll those dice.
You would think at this point that I'm probably favored to win this game.
Yeah, definitely. It's looking good. Oh, Armageddon, mate. That's a good hit. That's a very good hit.
Yeah, I mean, maybe like wouldn't even cast it right now though.
No, he ain't got any creatures on the battlefield. He would have waited, but just hitting it is still quite good. But
I probably just wanted to hit out like his threats, like Ernie's.
Yeah.
Or Sarah's. So
yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah. I suppose he may not even have any much land in hand. So his hand may be just gas. I don't know. Oh god, you missed a land drop though. That's bad.
Yeah, that's sad. So he Ice Storms 1 land. I had 3 lands, and now I don't have any more. Sometimes it'd be like that though, right?
Yeah, definitely. Oh my god, it's an Erhnam again. Well, I suppose you got the Will of the Wisp to regenerate though. And you are going to take another card from him.
Right. Now I'm not feeling so bad about getting that Geddon now that he has a Erhnam. But let's see if I have a terror. The Willow's decent, but Willow's not good if he blows up my lands.
Yeah, that's true. But you are going to take one of his cards here, aren't you? You've got like a 50-50.
The Willow's good with the disc because it forces them, kind of like Maze of Ith, which is pointed, it forces them to have at least 2 creatures, 2 threats on the board to get through the Wisp and deal damage to me.
Yeah, I like the Will of the Wisp a lot, actually.
But yeah, if I can't get to 4 mana here, I'm in big trouble.
Oh, I'm surprised you're hitting here though, mate, because Hypnotic Spectre was going to take one of them anyway.
Right,
Unless you got
but
nothing better in your hand, I suppose.
say I hit, so he had a Sarah and a land. Say I just hit the land and he draws a land. He plays the Sarah next turn.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. So maybe
So I had to get them both.
Yeah, maybe that was a good idea actually.
Yeah.
You are going to take 4 here though, because you can't regenerate the Will of the Wisp.
Yeah, it's basically a Sylvan Library effect. I paid 4 life to get rid of that last card, maybe the Sarah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Oh god, he just top decks.
Now that was sick. Yeah, that was pretty sick.
My god, this guy, I tell you. Instead of you're called him Kincaid, I'm gonna call Thomas Top Deck Esselink.
And I know he's a good player, but it's like they say though, it's better to be lucky than good. I'm not saying he's not good, but luck is far better.
Oh yeah, definitely. What the hell, Jesus! All right, I presume you're gonna regen. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
He's got something else here, is he? Oh, just a Liana. Where else? That's not too bad.
I really need to draw mana at this point. Those 2 Ice Storm.
Another Ice Storm, mate, and it'd be the bloody game over, I think.
I'm just not drawing it. I probably had 3 in my opening hand and haven't drawn one.
I would still attack with the Hippie though, because he's hitting you for 1 and you're hitting him for 2,
Yeah.
so yeah, it makes sense. So he's down to 12, you're at 14.
Thomas has all the mana he needs to cast like everything in his deck.
Yeah.
Got 5 mana.
Wow.
Like, this looks bad for me. That's my thought here.
Yeah. Okay. So you're on 13. Oh my god, what's this? What the hell? Oh my god. This is... Oh my... What, are you still not drawing land? I mean, come on.
Nah.
Come on. Right, now you can't even attack, can you? Come on. This is crazy. Alright, well. So you're just going to pass it back, I presume?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, this is painful to watch, mate. But it's more painful for you. Oh, God.
It's taking me back a little bit. It wasn't the most pleasant game of games.
Oh, my God. Okay. Yeah, I presume you're going to take 4. Regenerate this. Yeah, okay. What's he found now? Oh my god, a whirling dervish! Oh god, mate! Oh, this is... Look, what the hell?
Oh,
literally, you're throwing your cards around.
I've got a fistful. I've got 7 cards. Thomas says none. Sneak.
Oh, discard a disc. Oh my. Jesus Christ.
Sometimes all it takes is a strip mine or a couple ice storm, a couple sinkholes, and that does it.
Mate, he's drawn like an absolute prince. I give him that. Jesus Christ. Oh my lord. Okay. And the Whirling Dervish is going to get a counter at the end of the turn, isn't it?
Yep. I think it's just over at this point.
Oh yeah. I don't think there's much you can draw here. Even if you just get a land of terror or something, you'd have to jump block the Erhnam, wouldn't you?
Friendly.
Oh, hang on. Do you finally get it? Even your cat's getting involved. He's feeling sorry for you, mate. He's like, where's Tim's lands?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
So I could like block an Erhnam with a willow, chunk with a hippie. Probably
if you have a terror, isn't it? But then even the Whirling Dervish is going to get bigger. It's not going to be boltable soon, is it?
Yeah, I have to have a bolt for the dervish, and then I would still take one from the elf. And then I would need to have like another land next turn into terror on one of those Erhnams and hope he would draw dead to survive.
I think Thomas is drawn way too good for this for this matchup. I mean, at both stages he was down to 0 cards and he just ripped. That's magic.
Yeah, he drew some good spells. Yeah, with no cards.
Blimey. Yeah, I mean, this is looking pretty. Yeah, it's looking pretty bad, isn't it? But I would just send all three of them sideways. Oh, four, okay. Wants to finish you off. So block both Erhnams, take three, go to one. Yeah.
Oh, I don't even have a bolt. Oh no,
I mean,
that's sad.
that is sad, mate.
So what am I playing for here? Okay.
I mean, disc, you're 2 mana away from a disc, and if that comes into play tapped.
Yeah.
Hang on, did you do that bolt?
Oh, so when did I? Oh, I finished off the Erhnam is what I thought was a priority to take
Oh, right, okay.
from the hippie. Yeah,
Maybe you got another bolt for the Whirling Dervish.
maybe. And I thought it was better to just take the dervish
Yeah,
and kill
yeah.
an Erhnam.
Okay. Oh, you brought the Earthquakes in, but you can't cast them.
I'm at one. I must
Yeah.
have had drew another. Huh. Yeah, I don't think it would have mattered. I couldn't get rid of the other Erhnams.
Yeah, and obviously you didn't get the third land until much later on
Yeah.
in the game. Oh man, that was just so
I
sad to
didn't bring
watch,
them.
mate. Oh god. Oh mate, do you want to just have a look at your deck quickly and just tell us what was really good for you and what was not so good for you during your tournament? So what do you
Okay.
think stood out? What was really strong for you, mate, and what was things that you might want to change in the future?
The books oftentimes, even though you said they could draw out their artifact removal, sometimes it was hard to get to book mana and then have the mana to just use it turn after turn.
Mm.
I'd have to be like really in control of the game, like mid to late game, before a book seemed really good. I think the book is more of a sideboard card against slower decks. To be fair,
Is there some argument then for using like Jalen Tome instead of a book then? Maybe a little bit cheaper to cast and activate?
well, Jalen, I like Jalen, but in an environment or in a deck like this with 3 drain life, I really don't want to just like discard extra lands to
Mm.
keep spells.
That's
I
a
want
good
to
point.
keep the land and the spells, so I'd rather have the big book, the Jane Day Tome,
Mm.
with drain lives.
So you're thinking they're more of a sideboard card?
Yeah, they were probably more of a sideboard. I really felt like I would just bring in the sinkholes against like most everything. Although this matchup excluded, I wouldn't want it against an Elf Bird Erhnam Geddon with Mox.
Mm.
But there's a lot of matchups I feel like you do bring in sinkhole, and it's just a tempo play on turn 2 that probably just run that. It's either that or Blood Moon's main deck because there was just so many times that um, Blood Moon was just like it would just beat a deck. Um, there's so many greedy mana bases out there, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. What else would you take out of the deck or keep or maybe add to the deck?
Um, hmm. I still like Three Terror's main deck because all the cards that are problematic, like Sedge Trolls, Dibs, Ernum, Sarah's, like, I mean, you've already got Bolt to kill things, the black creatures like hippies or
Mm.
factories that are artifacts in black, or other pump knights. I even have Falling Star for stuff like that. But I just feel like the Terra is absolute gold right now. I know people would say, "How could you say that? It's a dead card." Well, if they're not playing those cards that I mentioned, um, it's like, what are they? What kind of creatures are they playing? Right? Like mono
Mm.
black. That's about the only thing. Like a deck with Sangir vampires that.
Yeah, most decks are like two or three colors anyway, aren't they? So you're gonna hit something at least with the terror.
Yeah, a lot of those decks are playing Sedge Trolls, and I really like the Terrors and X points.
Mm.
Um, 3 drain life is it's more like if you expect to see a lot of burn, like 12 bolt, Lion Bolt.
Mm.
That card's really good in those
How much were you
matchups.
able to do damage wise with the drain life at one time? Was it like three or four, or was it?
Oh, I've done them up to maybe like 5 or
Mm.
6, maybe a drain life for 5
That's
late in the
quite a
game.
big life point swing, actually, isn't it? If you're
Yeah, there
doing
was a
the
couple of times I finished my opponent with like I had 2 drain lives to just finish the game off.
mm, yeah, that's pretty
With a
decent.
bolt, or something, and a big drain life, you can easily do like, hey, just take 8 out of nowhere.
Yeah,
So,
like half their life total, nearly. Yeah.
and I mean, it's just as easy to run Fireball. I guess looking back on it, if you're gonna lean in on the Blood Moons, or perhaps go like main deck Blood Moon over Falling Star, then I think I would run something like Fireball or Disintegrate over Drain Life if you're going Blood Moon route, because you're
Yeah.
not going to have all the black with Blood Moon. You'll have a lot of red.
Yeah, true.
The other card you could consider is, like I said, if Book's in the board, just like the Four Sinkholes main deck or something like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, even like if it's like a bit overkill, even just blowing up like 3 or 4 of their lands like one turn after the other, just sets them back so much. I mean, obviously, if it's a weenie deck, it's not much of a problem because they tend to only need 1 or 2 mana. But then even then, though, sometimes like they're low on land count in the deck, so you hit 1 or 2 of their land, they might just not have any more land for a couple of turns. You know what I mean?
yeah, and playing against land destruction, like what we just saw there with Thomas, that was the kind of matchup that made me wish I had Dark Ritual, just to be able to reach out like, oh, I'm stuck on 2 lands, and if I have a ritual, I could play this disc, right? Because I could ritual it out.
Yeah. I mean, there is an argument if you remove those books and just put in 2 or 3
Yeah,
dark rituals.
just a couple of dark rituals in case you need to just pump out a disc, or you have that explosive turn 2, like Sinkhole Him, or if you're in a matchup where you think turn 1 hippie is good. I like a couple of rituals, especially with 3 Drain Life. I think I missed the rituals against his Ice Storms.
Yeah. And it would have gone perfect with your playmat as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's really good to get your input here, mate. I did really like the Simulacrum, actually. I tried to find one the other day, actually, to buy one, but I seem to find one on Troll Trade. I'll have to have another look at some stage. But
there was a match I played against. Who's your buddy? His name is eluding me at the moment. I'm sorry, man.
Ivan Diaz?
He plays land. What's that?
Victor Osterberg?
Not Victor. No, it's the guy from Florida. I'm sorry.
Michael Parler.
Yeah, Michael Parler. Michael Parler.
Yeah,
Thank you. Yeah, there was a game I played. He was, I mean, he like tried to burn me out. And I think he played like a couple of burn spells in the same turn, or like went for big. And I had the Simulacrum, and he had played multiple burn to try to finish me off. And I just Simulacrum to like a troll or something. And it caught him so off guard. And I mean, he was heavy on burn that turn. It was pretty amazing.
Yeah, when they do like a big fireball for 8 or something and you Simulacrum, you're like, shit.
Well, like it really works when they've already done damage to you, because like you've already taken, say he played like a Psyblast, and then he went for a bolt or something, like Psyblast, bolt, Psyblast. And it was all of a sudden I'd taken 7 and he's going in for the kill with that last burn spell. And I'm just like, I now gain all the life that you already dealt to me. So it was pretty dirty.
Oh, did the spells stack, do they?
I think it lets you gain the life that's already been dealt to you. It won't like prevent damage. It will just gain back the life that you took for the turn.
Oh, nice. Michael, he contacted me today, actually. He's heading to London. He's going on a cruise to like Scotland, Amsterdam, France and things like that. And he said, "Oh, do I fancy meeting me in London and playing a few games?" But I said, "Mate, it's a 4.5 hour drive away."
You're that far from London. Yeah, well, I'm hoping to go there in the next couple of months. But if it's that far, I get it. But I don't know if I'll be in your neck of the woods or not.
I think you mentioned Cornwall as well, so maybe I live near Cornwall, so maybe you can hit me up and we go for a coffee and maybe whatever. I don't think your wife would appreciate us playing there.
I don't know. She might like to meet you. Just say, hey, we met a guy that Tim knew that was from the UK while we were there. She might think that's interesting to go to a pub or.
No, yeah, it'd be nice to go to a pub. But I don't think she'd appreciate us playing Magic the Gathering for free.
I don't know. She loves Magic. Actually, she likes it. She's into it.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, mate. Well, thanks for your input here. It's been really great to get you on the channel again and to commentate on your deck. Obviously, we'll have to try and do some more videos at some stage for the 2026 top 16 maybe. But yeah, just really appreciate your input here, mate. It's been nice to have you on the channel and talk through your deck.
Thanks, pal. Always a pleasure. And I'm sorry I couldn't put up a better show, a better fight for the content today.
Well, mate, I think you did the best you could. I think most people would have struggled with those situations, if I'm honest with you. But All right, mate. Well, thank you very much. And yeah, we'll say goodbye there, guys. Don't forget to give the video a like if you like it. And obviously subscribe to see more old school content. You take care. Tim, do you want to say anything before you go?
You guys all have a good night. God bless. Thanks.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye. If you like the videos that I provide, give the channel a follow. And don't forget to like the video. You take care, guys. Bye-bye.